Hello everyone, hope everyone's doing great. I'm back with a highly requested video. This one is about where I buy my airplane models from. In this video, I've listed every single retailer or other sources I've bought my airplane models from, and I've divided them based on countries, and I hope you guys find this video extremely helpful. Let's begin. The first country on my list is of course India. Now the advantages of buying from India are no international shipping costs and no customs to be paid by the customer. The downside, however, is the lack of variety, and sometimes the model tend to be really expensive as compared to other stores. Here are the three places I normally buy my airplanes from within India. Akrish Hobby Store is one of my favorite stores within India and has a large variety of NG models and JC Wings aircraft in the 1 to 400 scale. They operate from Instagram, so make sure to follow them on Instagram and Facebook if you're looking to get a model for yourself. You can also WhatsApp them to place your order. The Vistara 737 that I have in my collection is from this hobby store. I highly recommend shopping from Akrish because they have great customer service and very prompt replies. They do a pre-dispatch quality inspection, so I always receive my models in the best condition. Next up is DB Jets. Based in Bombay, I believe this is India's first retail airplane model store and has a large variety of airplane models. Having bought a large number of airplane models from DB Jets, I would recommend this store, but keep in mind the prices tend to be really high and the customer service is not the best. One of the very first airplane models I bought, the Air India 777, is from DB Jets and I absolutely love it. The third person on my list of Indian retailers is Dan. While he may not have a website or a physical store, Dan operates out of Facebook and WhatsApp. He has a large variety of airplane models, so make sure to send him a message for your requirements. The A340-600 in my collection is from Dan and I absolutely love it. Dan is an extremely friendly guy and has great customer service and prompt replies, so do make sure to check him out. The next country on my list is Singapore. Singapore is by far my favorite place to buy airplane models from, and most of the airplanes in my airplane model collection are indeed from Singapore. The biggest advantage of buying from Singapore is the price. As compared to other retailers across the world, Singapore has the lowest prices for the exact same model. Here are the two places I buy my models from in Singapore. Airplane Model Store Singapore has a website, WhatsApp, as well as a physical store if you're visiting Singapore. The prices, like I said, are unmatched. For example, the 747-200 I have in my collection was only for 8,500 rupees in Singapore, whereas if you buy the same model in India, it'll cost you upwards of 12,000 Indian rupees. Even after paying for international shipping as well as customs, the model turned out to be a lot cheaper than had I bought it directly from India. Hence, I would highly recommend buying from this store. Next up is Carousel. Carousel essentially is the OLX of Singapore. I was looking for one particular model that I found on Squawk Ident and I bought it instantly. It was sold out for a very long time and I got a great deal on it, which was the Etihad 787-9 by JC Wings. Prices for the exact same model on other resale stores like eBay and Facebook groups was upwards of $300, but I got this model for 150 Singapore dollars. One tip that I would give for anybody who is buying resale is to ask for a lot of pictures from different angles so that you are not surprised when you finally receive the model for any unsuspected damage or defects. The next country on my list is Malaysia, and when I think of Malaysia, the first name that pops to my head is My Hobby House. They have great customer service, a large variety of airplane models, and are very reasonably priced. For all Indian collectors looking to order from overseas, My Hobby House is a great option as the models are dispatched very fast, arrive in India within 2 to 3 days, and are very well packed so they arrive in pristine condition. Since Malaysia is fairly close to India and has a strong freighter network, the shipping costs are fairly low and the final price of the model turns out to be very affordable. One must keep in mind when receiving international shipment, Indians are required to pay a small amount in customs. For this Lufthansa 747-400, I paid 1500 rupees in customs, but this amount can vary, so keep that in mind for sure. Moving on to Europe, here are my recommendations. For models from Germany, my go-to shop is Aviation Center Berlin. Now I understand shipping all the way from Europe to India can be expensive, but this shop comes in handy when you have friends or family visiting from Europe. About a year back, Gemini 200 released the British Airways Concorde and this model sold out in every store instantly. Luckily, I found one at Aviation Center Berlin and they were nice enough to send this to me and it reached me in an excellent condition. Hence, I highly recommend this store to anyone in Europe. Another place where I have bought a lot of my airplane models from is the UK. Here are the shops I buy from frequently when I'm visiting London. Aviation Retail Direct is a place I must visit each time I am in London. In fact, the very first model I ever bought, an Air India Boeing 787 back in 2017, is from this very store. Ever since then, there has been no turning back, and 5 years later, I am still absolutely in love with this hobby. I even found a super rare Gemini 200 Lufthansa A380 at this very store. The next store that I love in the UK is Bedfordshire Diecast. This store specializes in 1 to 400 scale airplane models but has recently started selling 1 to 200 scale models as well. This gorgeous Air India TriStar by NG Models is something I found at their store and I absolutely love it. This store ships worldwide and their prices are excellent. The third on my UK retailer list is Aircraft Model Store. This is solely an online store, and if you remember my Air India 787 models in the A Konkar and Mahatma Gandhi livery, these were bought from Aircraft Model Store UK. For anyone looking to get airplane models in Canada, these are the two stores I highly recommend. Threshold Aviation is a hobby store based in Toronto and they have a physical store as well as an online website. The NG Models Vistara A321 is an aircraft that I bought from them recently. Prairie Diecast is another great hobby store located in Canada. They only have an online store and recently released an exclusive Air India Boeing 777-300ER Victor Tango Alpha Lima Sierra. Moving on to the next country, in the United States, these are the favorite places I buy my airplane models from. Panda Fox is an online website for airplane models. They offer free shipping for all orders in the US, which means even if you buy one single model, it will be delivered to you for free. I bought these two Blue Dart 757s from Panda Fox and got it delivered in the US. Another online store that I keep a lookout for is the Airplane Shop. Sometimes they have great discounts, steal deals and sales like the SpiceJet 737 by Gemini 200 that I bought for only $39, which was on 50% discount. JetCollector.com is another great online store. Having bought quite a few models from them, the most personal model of course has to be the Air India Boeing 787 by InFlight 200. The last US retailer on my list is the Aero Classics Direct website. The Aero Classics Air India Super Constellation that you see in my collection is bought from here. As we all know by now, some models are really hard to find, especially the ones that have been sold out for a long time. A great place to find them is in the resale market via eBay, private collectors, and even Facebook groups. Let me show you. For the longest time, I was looking for an Air India Boeing 777-200ER which had been released back in 2005, and most of the places had them for really expensive rates, but I found this magically for just £17 on eBay. Sometimes all you gotta do is be patient and you'll be surprised what comes your way. Another great place to not only buy airplane models but to also socialize with fellow collectors is Facebook groups. Over the years, I've bought a lot of models through Facebook groups and also met like-minded people through the hobby. The Air India 747 by InFlight 200 was bought from a private collector who was selling his entire collection. The last and final place on my list of places to buy airplane models from is through forums. I regularly check Diecast Aircraft Forum for finding rare sold out aircraft, for example this Boeing 747 Air Force One that I found on the forum. While buying from a reseller through forums, make sure the seller is genuine, sends a lot of pictures of the airplane model so that no defect is left unseen, make sure the payment method is secure and the model is delivered in a timely fashion. That brings us to the end of the list and also the end of the video. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, make sure to like the video, leave a comment below and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you and bye-bye.